Can you really have it all? Big paychecks and small bills? Sounds like a dream, right? But in 2025, that dream is more real than ever. While some places drain your wallet faster than you can say, rent due, others offer a sweet spot of high earnings and affordable living. If you're tired of sky-high costs and ready for a better financial future, this list is for you. Stick around. Our number one pick will shock you. Utah. If you want a place where high salaries, low taxes, and stunning landscapes come together in one perfect package, Utah is calling your name. This state isn't just a paradise for outdoor lovers. It's also one of the fastest-growing economies in the U.S., with a booming job market, low unemployment, and a cost of living that makes financial success much more attainable. Let's break it down. The median household income in Utah sits at around $84,000, which is well above the national average. And thanks to a cost of living that's only slightly above average, your paycheck stretches further than you'd expect. Housing prices have been rising due to Utah's growing popularity, but you can still find affordable homes in cities like Ogden and Provo, where the median home price is around $450,000, a steal compared to most major metro areas. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Salt Lake City averages around $115,500, which is far cheaper than places like Denver or Seattle. The job market? Absolutely thriving. Utah is home to a growing tech industry, often called the Silicon Slopes, with major companies like Adobe, eBay, and Qualtrics expanding in the area. Finance, healthcare, and outdoor recreation industries also provide plenty of high-paying jobs, and with one of the lowest unemployment rates in the nation, finding work here isn't a struggle. Plus, Utah's flat income tax rate of just 4.85% means you'll take home more of what you earn. Now, let's talk lifestyle. If you love the outdoors, Utah is unbeatable. With 5 stunning national parks, world-class skiing in Park City, and endless hiking, biking, and camping opportunities, this state is an adventurer's dream. The quality of life is exceptional, with clean cities, low crime rates, and a strong sense of community. Any downsides? Well, the housing market is getting competitive, and Utah's culture is unique, which might not be for everyone. But with high salaries, incredible outdoor access, and a booming economy, Utah is easily one of the best places to live for financial success and adventure. North Carolina. Imagine a place where you can earn a high salary, enjoy a low cost of living, and have both mountains and beaches within driving distance. Sounds too good to be true? Welcome to North Carolina, a state where job opportunities are booming, housing is affordable, and life is just plain good. First, let's talk numbers. The median household income in North Carolina sits at around $66,000, and with a cost of living that's 10% lower than the national average, your paycheck goes much further than in most coastal states. Housing? A steal! The median home price is around $340,000, and if you're renting, a one-bedroom apartment in Charlotte or Raleigh will cost you about $1,400, a fraction of what you'd pay in New York or California. But the real magic of North Carolina is its booming job market. The Research Triangle, Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill, is home to top tech and biotech companies, with industry giants like Google, Apple, and IBM expanding their presence. If you're in healthcare, finance, or manufacturing, the state offers plenty of high-paying opportunities. Even better? North Carolina has one of the lowest corporate tax rates in the country, making it a hot spot for startups and businesses. Beyond the paychecks, North Carolina is a paradise for outdoor lovers. One weekend, you could be hiking the Blue Ridge Mountains. The next, you're lounging on the Outer Banks. The climate? Mild winters and warm summers, so you can enjoy the outdoors year-round. And if you're into food, music, or sports, this state delivers. Think world-famous Carolina barbecue, thriving craft breweries, and passionate college basketball rivalries. Now, what's the catch? Well, summers can be humid, and yes, hurricanes occasionally threaten the coastline. But when you weigh that against affordable living, endless job opportunities, and a high quality of life, North Carolina is easily one of the best places to build your future without breaking the bank. Texas. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and that includes your paycheck and your savings. With high salaries, no state income tax, and a low cost of living, Texas is one of the best places in the U.S. to build wealth without sacrificing your lifestyle. Whether you're drawn to the tech boom in Austin, the energy sector in Houston, or the business-friendly climate of Dallas, this state has something for everyone. Let's talk numbers. The median household income in Texas is around $75,000, which is already above the national average. But here's where it gets even better. The cost of living is about 8% lower than the U.S. average, meaning you get more bang for your buck. Housing, shockingly affordable compared to other major economic hubs. The median home price is around $350,000, and in cities like San Antonio or Fort Worth, you can still find homes under $300,000. Renting? A one-bedroom apartment in Dallas averages around $1,500, which is a steal compared to places like Los Angeles or New York. Now, let's talk jobs. Texas is an economic powerhouse, with booming industries in technology, healthcare, energy, and finance. Major companies like Tesla, Oracle, and SpaceX have recently expanded here, bringing thousands of high-paying jobs. Low corporate taxes and business-friendly policies make Texas a magnet for startups and big corporations alike. Plus, with no state income tax, you take home more of what you earn. And then there's the Texas lifestyle. Whether you love the nightlife of Houston, the live music of Austin, or the cowboy culture of Fort Worth, there's never a dull moment. Food? Texas barbecue is legendary. Sports? Texans are some of the most passionate fans in the country. And for nature lovers, the state offers everything from beautiful Gulf Coast beaches to scenic hill country landscapes. The downside? The summers are brutally hot, and property taxes can be high. But when you balance that against high salaries, no income tax, and an affordable cost of living, Texas is an undeniable winner for anyone looking to earn more and spend less. South Dakota. If you want high salaries, rock-bottom taxes, and a cost of living that won't drain your wallet, South Dakota might just be your dream destination. This underrated Midwestern state is a financial powerhouse, offering no state income tax, low property taxes, and some of the cheapest housing prices in the country. Combine that with a strong job market and breathtaking landscapes, and you've got a winning formula for anyone looking to earn more and spend less. Let's break it down. The median household income in South Dakota is around $75,000, which is solid. But the real magic happens when you factor in the low cost of living. The state ranks about 11% below the national average, meaning your money stretches way further here than in most parts of the U.S. Housing? Shockingly affordable. The median home price is just $290,000, and in cities like Sioux Falls and Rapid City, you can still find homes under $250,000, a deal that's nearly impossible to find elsewhere. Renters also benefit, with one-bedroom apartments averaging around $1,100 in Sioux Falls, making this state one of the best places to live without breaking the bank. But affordability isn't South Dakota's only perk. The job market is booming, with unemployment rates consistently below the national average. The state is a leader in healthcare, agriculture, finance, and manufacturing, with major employers like Sanford Health, Citibank, and John Deere offering solid career opportunities. Plus, with no state income tax, every dollar you earn stays in your pocket. Good luck finding that deal in California or New York. And let's not forget the lifestyle. South Dakota is home to some of the most breathtaking scenery in America, from the Badlands to Mount Rushmore. Outdoor lovers will appreciate the endless hiking, fishing, and camping opportunities, while those who enjoy small-town charm will love the friendly, tight-knit communities. Sioux Falls, the state's largest city, offers a surprisingly vibrant downtown scene with restaurants, breweries, and entertainment, proving that South Dakota isn't just farmland and prairies. Of course, winters can be brutally cold, and if you crave big city excitement, you won't find it here. But for affordable living, high salaries, and unbeatable financial perks, South Dakota is one of the smartest places to call home. Idaho. If you're looking for a place where your paycheck actually means something, Idaho might be the hidden gem you've been searching for. This state offers the perfect balance of high salaries, low living costs, and a booming economy, all wrapped up in some of the most breathtaking scenery in the U.S. Whether you're after affordable housing, job security, or an outdoor paradise, Idaho delivers on all fronts. Let's start with the numbers. The median household income in Idaho sits at around $75,000, but thanks to a cost of living that's about 8% below the national average, you'll feel like you're making much more. Housing prices have been rising due to Idaho's growing popularity, but they're still far more affordable than coastal states. The median home price hovers around $425,000, and in cities like Pocatello and Twin Falls, you can still find homes under $350,000. If you're renting, a one-bedroom apartment in Boise averages about $1,400, which is a bargain compared to places like Denver or Seattle. But Idaho isn't just about affordability. It's also a booming economic hub. The state is a leader in technology, agriculture, and manufacturing, with major employers like Micron Technology, Albertsons, and HP providing high-paying jobs with strong growth potential. The state's unemployment rate consistently ranks among the lowest in the country, meaning finding work here is easier than ever. Plus, Idaho's low tax burden, including a flat 5.8% income tax rate and some of the lowest property taxes in the U.S., makes sure more of your earnings stay in your pocket. And let's talk about quality of life, because Idaho has that covered too. If you love hiking, skiing, fishing, or just breathing in fresh mountain air, you'll never run out of things to do. The state is home to some of the best outdoor recreation in the country, from the Sawtooth Mountains to Shoshone Falls, often called the Niagara of the West. Boise, the state's capital, offers a surprisingly vibrant food and craft beer scene, along with a friendly, laid-back atmosphere. Any downsides? Well, Idaho's winters can be harsh in some areas, and with its growing popularity, home prices are starting to climb. But if you want high salaries, a low cost of living, and an incredible outdoor lifestyle, Idaho is easily one of the best places to call home. Tennessee. Picture this: rolling green hills, lively cities, and a cost of living that won't make your bank account cry. Welcome to Tennessee, where the music isn't the only thing that's smooth, so is your budget. With no state income tax and an economy booming in healthcare, tech, and manufacturing, this state is an under-the-radar goldmine for professionals looking to maximize their earnings. The average salary here? A solid $58,000 per year, and that goes even further when you factor in the 14% lower than average cost of living. Housing is a steal. Median home prices hover around $320,000, while you can snag a one-bedroom apartment in Nashville for about $1,400 per month. Compare that to the West Coast, where you'd be shelling out double, if not more. And let's talk quality of life. If you love live music, incredible barbecue, and a mild climate, Tennessee delivers. Nashville is the heart of country music. Memphis is a blues and soul paradise, and Knoxville gives you easy access to the Great Smoky Mountains. Outdoor lovers? You'll never get bored hiking, boating, or just enjoying the state's breathtaking natural beauty. Of course, no place is perfect. The summers can be humid, and if you're a die-hard winter fan, you might miss the snow. But when you're saving thousands on taxes and rent, does that even matter? If you want to stretch your dollar while living somewhere full of culture, entertainment, and opportunity, Tennessee is calling your name. Missouri. If you're searching for a place where your paycheck stretches further than ever, Missouri is calling your name. This Midwestern powerhouse offers solid salaries, dirt-cheap housing, and a lifestyle that blends big city perks with small-town charm. With a median household income of $62,000 and a cost of living almost 15% below the national average, it's easy to see why more people are making the move. Let's talk about housing, because Missouri might just be one of the best-kept secrets in real estate. The median home price is around $240,000, yes, you read that right, while you can rent a one-bedroom apartment in Kansas City for just $100. Even in St. Louis, one of the state's biggest metros, you can find affordable housing without sacrificing quality of life. Compare that to the coastal cities, where that price wouldn't even cover a closet. But it's not just about affordability. Missouri's job market is thriving. The state is home to major employers in healthcare, finance, and manufacturing, as well as a growing tech sector. Companies like Cerner, Boeing, and Edward Jones offer high-paying jobs, and with an unemployment rate below the national average, finding work is easier than ever. Add in low property taxes and gas prices, and you've got a state that lets you keep more of what you earn. And when you're off the clock, Missouri has a little something for everyone. Love the outdoors? The Ozark Mountains offer breathtaking hiking trails, crystal clear lakes, and endless adventure. Prefer city life? Kansas City is famous for its jazz scene, world-class barbecue, and thriving arts culture, while St. Louis boasts the iconic Gateway Arch and a sports culture that rivals any big city. Of course, no place is perfect. The summers can be hot and humid, and yes, tornado season is a thing. But when you weigh that against affordable living, strong job opportunities, and an unbeatable quality of life, Missouri is a no-brainer for anyone looking to make the most of their money. Wyoming. If you're looking for a place where your paycheck goes further, taxes are practically non-existent, and wide open spaces are your backyard, Wyoming might just be your perfect match. This state isn't just about breathtaking landscapes and cowboy culture, it's also one of the most financially advantageous places to live in the U.S. With no state income tax, low property taxes, and an incredibly low cost of living, Wyoming is an ideal spot for anyone looking to maximize their savings while enjoying a high quality of life. Let's talk numbers. The median household income in Wyoming is around $75,000, but what really makes a difference is the ultra-low cost of living. The state ranks about 9% below the national average, meaning your money stretches much further here than in most places. Housing? Shockingly affordable. The median home price is around $330,000, and in cities like Cheyenne or Casper, you can still find homes under $300,000. Renting is also a bargain. A one-bedroom apartment in Cheyenne averages just $100, which is almost unheard of in today's market. Now, let's talk jobs. While Wyoming may not have the bustling corporate hubs of Texas or Utah, it offers strong employment opportunities in industries like energy, tourism, agriculture, and healthcare. The state is rich in natural resources, making it a key player in oil, gas, and renewable energy. And with one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country, finding stable work here is easier than you might think. But the real magic of Wyoming? The lifestyle. If you love wide open spaces, low population density, and some of the most stunning landscapes in the country, this state is hard to beat. Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks are practically in your backyard, offering endless opportunities for hiking, fishing, skiing, and exploring. And let's not forget the Western charm. Wyoming is home to some of the most authentic cowboy culture in America, with rodeos, ranches, and small-town hospitality. The downside? Wyoming's winters can be brutal, and entertainment options are limited compared to big cities. But if you're looking for a financially smart, peaceful, and adventure-filled life, Wyoming is hands down one of the best places to live for high salaries and low costs. Indiana. Think the Midwest is just cornfields and endless highways? Think again. Indiana is quietly becoming one of the best places to live if you want a high salary without the high price tag. With a median household income of $62,000 and a cost of living that's 12% below the national average, this state lets you keep more of what you earn. Let's talk housing, because that's where Indiana really shines. The median home price sits around $250,000, while rent for a decent one-bedroom apartment in Indianapolis hovers near $100. That's less than half of what you'd pay in cities like Chicago or New York. And with property taxes among the lowest in the country, home ownership here isn't just a dream, it's a realistic goal. Job-wise, Indiana is booming. The state is a manufacturing powerhouse, home to major auto plants, pharmaceutical companies, and a growing tech scene. If you're in engineering, healthcare, or logistics, you'll find plenty of well-paying opportunities. Plus, with one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country, job stability is a big plus. And don't let the flyover state stereotype fool you. Indiana has plenty to offer. Sports fans can catch an NBA Pacers game or the legendary Indianapolis 500, while outdoor lovers will appreciate the stunning state parks and lakes. The food scene? Underrated. Ever tried a pork tenderloin sandwich bigger than your face? Because Indiana serves those up proudly. Sure, winters can get chilly, and if you crave the non-stop energy of a big metropolis, Indianapolis might feel a little slower. But for a balanced lifestyle, solid career prospects, and an unbeatable cost of living, Indiana is a hidden gem worth considering. Oklahoma. If you're looking for a place where your paycheck stretches further than you ever thought possible, Oklahoma is hands down one of the best states to live in. This state isn't just about cowboy culture and wide-open plains. It's a financial goldmine for those seeking high salaries, ultra-low living costs, and a booming job market. Combine that with affordable housing, low taxes, and a strong sense of community, and it's easy to see why more and more people are packing their bags and heading to the Sooner State. Let's talk money. The median household income in Oklahoma is around $70,000, which might not seem sky-high at first glance. But here's the kicker. The cost of living is a staggering 15% below the national average. That means you're saving thousands every year on housing, groceries, and utilities. And speaking of housing, this is where Oklahoma absolutely crushes it. The median home price is just $220,000, making it one of the most affordable places in the country to buy property. If you prefer renting, a one-bedroom apartment in Oklahoma City averages just $100, while in smaller cities like Tulsa or Norman, you can find places under $1,000. Compare that to the sky-high costs in California or New York, and Oklahoma starts to look like a financial paradise. But affordability isn't Oklahoma's only strength. It's also home to a rapidly growing job market. The state has low unemployment rates and thriving industries in energy, aerospace, healthcare, and technology. Major companies like Devon Energy, American Airlines, and Boeing offer high-paying jobs, and with Oklahoma's 4.75% flat income tax rate, you get to keep more of your hard-earned cash. Now, let's talk lifestyle. Oklahoma might not have mountains or beaches, but it more than makes up for it with lively cities, a strong sense of community, and plenty of entertainment. Oklahoma City and Tulsa both have booming food and music scenes, top-tier museums, and an affordable yet exciting nightlife. Sports fans will love Thunder basketball games, while outdoor lovers can enjoy lakes, hiking trails, and state parks. Are there downsides? Sure, summers can be hot and humid, and tornado season is a real thing. But with dirt-cheap housing, high-paying jobs, and a cost of living that's nearly unbeatable, Oklahoma is easily one of the smartest financial moves you can make.